Hey YouTube, it's Jeff at Darkmoon Metals. Welcome back. I know it's been quite a few months since anyone has seen or heard anything from me, but the last few months, about 3 all in a row, have just been one kind of unfortunate event after another. And it all started off with this. This is my old camcorder, and I was setting up to film something in the shop, and I had this set up on the tripod, and I was moving an air line through the shop, accidentally had it wrapped around the leg of the tripod, sent the whole thing flying when I yanked on it a little too hard, and that was the end of my camera. And it did take a little while for me to save up and get another one. Although I will admit, I've had this camera for about 2 months, I just haven't had the time to get in front of it for a few reasons. And I'm not going to go into all the drama and all the details, but I will say that I tore a hole in my bicep. Luckily it's my left arm and not my right. If it was my right, I'd be completely screwed and not be able to do much of anything. So that's finally starting to heal up nice. And I've also undergone some major life changes. I've been hospitalized twice just in the past month for different things. So it's been a roller coaster. But I am back, and I want to shoot a short video, just kind of get my feet wet again with the YouTube community. And I want to talk about something that's important when you're thinking about pouring metal, and that's casting. Now, there's a material out there called green sand, and I'm sure this is probably not the first video that you've seen talking about green sand if you're doing research on the subject. Green sand, really all it is sifted sand and bentonite clay. Usually it's in a 90% sifted sand to a 10% bentonite clay mix. Now, the bentonite clay, 90% of the people use, comes from cat litter. Now, you can get the fine powder from like cosmetology supply places or online, but you are going to pay a premium for that. Now, cat litter being the most common things, I have seen many different ways to process it, including making a ball mill. I've seen people smash it with hammers and just try to grind it up that way, mortar and pestle. I mean, I've literally seen a bunch of different things on YouTube. And I thought of a method that works out very well, and I want to share that with you today. Just how to process the cat litter into something that's very usable and really easy to incorporate into your sand mixture. Now, I have a sample of what I've been making here, and you can see that that's a pretty fine powder. Now, I'm not using a ball mill. I'm not crushing it in some kind of special machine. In fact, my solution cost me about 10 bucks. If you go to Goodwill or if you shop tag sales, keep your eyes open for one. I happen to go to Walmart and find this on sale. This is my bentonite clay processing center, or as you may think of it, as your average household blender. So what I'm going to do is run some cat litter through this and show you guys the results. And if you think it's worth spending the $10 to $17, depending on where you shop, on a cheap blender like this video is for you. Alright YouTube, for the demonstration I'm going to be using a fragrance-free brand of clumping cat litter. I just picked this up at Walmart, and it has been sitting in my shop for a while. That's why the bag is so dusty. That's not actually from the store, that's grinding dust. So you could tell this has been a project that I've wanted to get done for a while. And as you can see, that's cat litter in its granular form, and we are going to turn it into a very fine powder. Start off with about halfway. Now, one of the things that I've noted is that this stuff is very dusty. And one thing I do like about the blender method, it holds a lot of that dust in. It doesn't get everywhere. So I'm just going to hit liquefy. And you can already see the powder starting to form on the bottom of the blender cup. Alright, let's stop and take a look. You can already see that it's almost completely powdered. I'm going to run this for just another minute more, Now, did you see the center of it cave in right there? Once you get to a certain point, the airflow that's happening inside the mixer is going to make it so it's not going to want to fall down and hit the blades. So I am rocking this back and forth as it's blending. But once you see that funnel action stop, that's pretty much done. I'm going to run it for just a little bit more. Maybe you can get a better view of this. See how the center just collapsed? That means it's a very, very light powdery mixture. You all saw what we started with, regular everyday cat litter, and this is the end result. And it is all fairly uniform and consistent. There are a couple little clumps in there, but when you sift it, it'll be just as fine as baby powder. Alright guys, so there you have it. Like I said, it was going to be a short video, but I did want to share that with you. It is by far the fastest way I have found to process bentonite clay into a usable powder for green sand. If you are in the area, in the Connecticut area, and are free the 29th of July, Dana and I are both going to be at Logan Steel. They are going to have an open house. You can get the information off their Facebook page. But they are one of the best steel suppliers in the area. You can literally order something as small as 1 pound all the way on up to 50, 60,000 pounds of material. And their bargain barn is second to none. You can generally find just about anything you need in there. And yes, Dana is still with me. She is still hanging out. In fact, she's here right now, so say hi, Dana.
Hi, Dana.
And of course, I've been dealing with some other things besides my own personal issues, like, you know, my business partner. She's giving me a very, very evil look. Alright guys, so once again, like I said before, I am on the mend and just wanted to shoot this short video to get my feet wet and get back into the swing of things. But I'm glad that you stopped by, and yes, I am still alive. The rumors of my demise have been completely exaggerated. But until our next video, I will definitely keep you guys in my thoughts, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again soon. So this has been Jeff at Darkmoon Metals. Take care.